If there's one thing that accelerates growth more than motivation, it is clarity. Hey guys, this is DeAnna Busby-Rast, and I own a company called Authentica Group. And what I do every single day is I work with business owners, leaders, and executives wanting to grow and develop. I get to do that every single day. So I want to talk about the word clarity. And I know in previous episodes I've talked about clarity, but here's what I'm going to say. Clarity actually trumps momentum. When we understand where we are headed, when we know what our next step is, we are able to actually achieve our goals. When leaders lack clarity, decision-making is going to slow, communication often stalls, and it becomes messy for organizations. When you think about clarity, if we're not clear on who we are, what we do, and how we're getting there, how do we expect our teams to head in that direction? Or more importantly, how do we expect our clients to understand where we're headed? Clarity is your power. It's the power that is going to contain erosion in your goals. So when you're thinking about clarity, I want you to think about it in, are you asking the right questions? Are you asking questions such as, what matters most to me right now? What matters most to our business right now? What matters most to my clients right now? Those are really good, clear questions to ask. I want you to think about it in terms of expectation. Have I been clear with what my expectations for myself are, for my business, for my team, and for my clients? Quite often when I am coaching, I speak directly about, have we been clear with what our expectations are? Have we been clear on the metrics that we are going to use to evaluate the success of our business? See, when we bring clarity, we bring direction. Decision-making becomes a lot easier. We don't get distracted by shiny objects. We focus on what is most important to our business. Clarity doesn't mean you're always going to have all of the answers. That's okay. But it does mean that you are clear on where you're headed. It does mean that you know how to communicate the clear message to your employees, to your clients, to your executive team, to your board members. And it does mean that you know where you're headed and where you're going. My word of the year is clarity. And I'm going to tell you something. This isn't clarity or creating words of the year isn't about being trendy. It truly is about creating intention. So last year, my word of the year was joy. And it was really about bringing joy to what I was doing every single day. Was I bringing joy to my clients? Was I bringing joy to myself in what I was doing? But as I wrapped up 2025, and I really looked at what was most important in 2026 for me personally and professionally, clarity kept rising to the top. See, when I'm coaching, I need to help my clients become clear on where they are headed. When I am working in my own business, I need to be clear on the value that I bring back to my clients. So my word of the year is clarity. My word of the year being clarity is about being intentional with what I am doing. I want you to remember this. Confusion will drain energy. Clarity is going to create momentum. Remember, momentum can be an up and down emotion. Clarity is going to trump momentum. So think about it in that terms. So if this message resonated with you, I would ask that you go ahead and subscribe to this channel. More importantly, if this information you found very relevant, share it with somebody who could find value in it. I would really appreciate that. The last thing I will say is remember, clarity is your superpower. I'll see you on the next one.